What's up, favorites? Welcome back to my channel. I'm just coming from the pool area. I wanted to record this video in the pool area so that we can have a little bit of difference in terms of the background and everything. But yo, it was so messy. It was so messy. See the people here, they're very nice and very friendly. And I had to greet somebody every 5 minutes, even whilst I was recording. And people kept on coming into the pool area, something that they normally don't do. And I'll have to gist a little bit before they left, and then I'll continue with the video. Then I realized that if I do this, I'm gonna spend the whole day recording this, and there's no guarantee that I'll finish. So let me just go back home and do what I gotta do because I wanted this video out today on Friday. Anyway, let's get to what we're talking about today. Today, we're going to be talking about working part-time in the UK whilst you're studying, as you can see from the title of this video. So ever since I started posting videos on getting master scholarships to study in the UK, a lot of you have been asking me about the job prospects in the UK. And this is asked in two ways. First, people want to know if they can work part-time whilst they're studying. And secondly, people want to know if they can get a job once they're done with your studies. So today I'm going to answer the first part of the question. Can you get a job whilst you're still studying? And the short answer is yes. The UK job market is very much open to students who want to work and make a buck whilst they're studying. So be rest assured that you can and you will get a job. In terms of the kind of jobs that you're going to get, you have administration work. You can work as a secretary. You can work as an assistant. You know, those kind of jobs. You can also work as a caregiver in old people's homes. There are a lot of jobs in caregiving, and you can also work as you can work in customer service, either as a telephone operator or as a shop assistant, and you can also work as a warehouse operative. I was working at a logistics company. I asked this question on my Instagram and Facebook, and some of you got it right. I was working at Amazon. I was working at Amazon and it was good vibes only. I think it's the one workplace where I have worked where the vibe was just right. Even though we worked so much, I've never worked that much in my entire life. The vibe was just right. The people were just great. And it was one of the highlights of my postgraduate experience. So yeah, I enjoyed that. So you will find these job postings in many different places. The first place that I would advise that you look at would be your school job board. You'll find that at the student services department. Every university has that department. So that's the first place I would ask you to look at. And the other place that you can consider are recruitment agency websites. You can simply type part-time jobs in the UK and you get search results on Google, and most of the search results are advertisements by these recruitment companies. The recruitment companies that I know of are PMP Recruitment and Adecco. You can also try to check out social media pages, particularly local groups. So you can go on Facebook, look for a group that is called Glasgow Jobs, for example, if you're in Glasgow or I don't know where you are. And you can just browse through the jobs that are posted in these groups. Sometimes there are very good jobs that are posted there. So that's another place where you can find jobs. And lastly, you can ask around within your network, the power of networks. You can ask around within your network. Maybe somebody knows of a place where they're looking for somebody and there's good money there, there are good working conditions, and voila, you got yourself a job. This is how I got my job. A friend of mine within my circle just told me about Amazon, how they pay a little bit more than most of these part-time jobs and how the work environment was just good, and I took his word for it. And then he took me to a recruitment agency, which is PMP Recruitment. They took my name down, and then they ended up following up with me and they gave me the job. So that's how I got my job. So try all these things. One of them will definitely work for you. In terms of the things that you're going to need in order for you to get employed, you need two documents. There are a couple of other things that they ask for, but you probably have those. There are two critical documents that you really actually need, otherwise you're not going to get employed. The first one is your right to work. And as a student on a Tier 4 visa, your right to work is going to be your BRP. So you give them a photo of your BRP or a photocopy, whatever it is that they're asking for, and that should be enough. Sometimes you need to back it up with a passport as well. So your BRP, your passport, and you're good. The second thing that you need to work in the UK part-time is your national insurance number. So if you're a student, you're normally not going to just wake up with the national insurance number just because you have a right to work. Other people just have their national insurance number printed at the back of their BRP. But in my experience as a student, you're going to have to apply for your national insurance number, and you do this via the gov.uk online application system. I'll just put a link to it in the description of this video. So now that you know that you can get a job in the UK, you know where to get the job in the UK, and you know what you need to get the job in the UK working part-time as a student, the next question that I feel that I need to answer is how many hours are you going to be working? As a student, this is a very important thing to take note of because firstly, you've got restrictions on your visa. You cannot just work whatever hours that you feel like working. Your Tier 4 visa restricts you to working 20 hours a week as long as you're going to school, as long as it's semester time. But outside of semester time, whether you're on a break or you're done with your studies, but your visa is still valid, then you can work till you drop. So that's that. So most employers are quite flexible. They are very accommodating of students. So when they employ you, they give you options in terms of the days in the week that you want to work and the number of hours that you want to work per shift. So that is very good because then you can pick a shift that works well with your school timetable. Coming to the part that most of you have been waiting for, that is how much are you going to be earning? Like I mentioned before, these are minimum wage jobs and you're going to be earning the minimum wage or slightly higher. Right now in the UK, the minimum wage is £8.36. So you can be paid £8.36 or slightly higher. It depends on the company that you're working for. Some companies are really generous. You can find yourself even earning £15 an hour. So it all depends on where you are. So there are a couple of things that are going to result in variations in that rate. The first one is if you're going to be working night shift, you're going to get a night shift allowance. Therefore, you're going to earn a little bit more than somebody who's working day shift, even though you're working for the same company. So a lot of people liked night shift and a lot of people worked night shift. The other thing is if you're going to be working on a holiday, then you're going to get a holiday rate, which is significantly higher. So again, a lot of people love to cover holidays. And then some companies like Amazon, they used to pay their employees a bonus every quarter of the year. So I loved getting bonuses because it was just practically double your salary. So some companies are really that nice and they give you bonuses. If you're going to be working in London, generally the rates are higher, even though you're working at the same company. So an Amazon in London pays more than an Amazon in Scotland. Period. That's just it. So during your semester break or when you're done with your studies but your visa is still valid, then you can consider working overtime because you no longer have that restriction of 20 hours of working 20 hours a week. So you can do overtime, and overtime is good because you have a higher pay rate and you work more hours, so it's more ching ching. So you can basically work till you drop. And talking about working till you drop, you always need to keep your eye on the taxes because the more that you work, the more that you earn, and the more that you earn, the more that you're taxed. So you need to make sure that you're just not working in vain and all your money is just going to taxes. As a student, you pay two taxes. You pay your income tax and you also pay your national insurance tax. So I'm just going to insert the tax matrices for both the income tax and the national insurance tax. In short, as long as you're going to be earning not more than £12,000 around there, then you're not going to be taxed any income tax because it's considered as your personal allowance. Anything beyond that, then you begin to be taxed. And also when it comes to the national insurance tax, as long as you earn more than £184 a week, up to £967 a week, then you're going to be taxed at a rate of 12%. And anything beyond £967 a week, then you'll be taxed at a rate of 2%. So yeah, you need to be wary of these taxes. There's a whole lot more to talk about when it comes to tax. That's a whole topic for another day. But just do your research, make sure that you know everything that you need to know about taxes. Also try to find out if you qualify for tax relief because that, ladies and gentlemen, really does go a long way. So now coming to the final part, which is my views when it comes to working part-time while studying in the UK. I would say that I lean more towards do it rather than don't, and this is why. When I started working in the UK, that's when I started to make real connections in the UK. I met people there And I can still call up the people that I met and made friendships with whilst I was working, and we can have a good laugh. We can help each other out in many different things, and they're more like friends for life. And I think it's because of the things that we went through together. We're discovering a whole lot of things together because some of them were foreigners as well. It's more like soldiers when they go to war, the things that they see, the fighting that they have to do together, it bonds them and they become tighter. And that's exactly what happened with us. We just became tighter because of our experiences. And then the second thing is you actually get to experience the real UK. I say real because when you're in a university setup, you're shielded from a lot of things. You're shielded from what really goes on in an environment. You're shielded from the real culture. So going to work, you meet the natives, and then your eyes are opened to what UK really is like, particularly Scotland. Scotland is rich in culture, and the people still hold on to their traditions and their culture, so you learn quite a lot. Another thing is you get to learn about the UK systems pretty fast. One thing is you learn about your transport system. You need to find a way to get to work and back home. So you need to learn about the bus system. You need to learn about the train system. Before work, I used to go everywhere by taxi. I used to go everywhere by taxi. And then once I discovered that it's way cheaper to use a bus and a bus pass, and that was because of the fact that I had to go to work and I had to meet people that also did this. When I discovered that it's way cheaper to use bus, I was going everywhere by bus, everywhere. So these are some of the things that you learn simply by going to work. The other thing is you also learn about the work regulations in the UK. I wouldn't have known about these things. I wouldn't even have thought of researching about these things because I would not be working. Why would it concern me? And then lastly, you're going to make money. It's a significant amount of money, like I said earlier on. When you hear minimum wage work, you just think, oh, it's going to be peanuts, but it's not. During the times that I was not going to school, the semester breaks, and when I was done with school, that's when I could work till I drop, and I would make around £1,600 a month. And if I added that up with my scholarship money, it was more than I was earning as a plant metallurgist in Zimbabwe. So it's not little money, it's real money. And I wish that I had known about this earlier and I started working the moment that I went to the UK because I would have saved up a lot. If you feel like you cannot balance your work and your school, then I advise that you should just focus on what you went to the UK for, which is school. Get that certificate, and when you're done, then look for a job. Because what happens now is that your university monitors your progress, and if they see that you are struggling, and if they sense that you're probably being sneaky and you're working more hours than you're supposed to, or even the few hours that you're working, you're failing to balance the two, then they'll begin to send warnings because they have that power to retract their sponsorship, and then you will be shipped back to your country, and that will just be sad. So you need to be in a position whereby you're doing well, you're not raising any alarms for your sponsor, that is your university. And if work is hindering that, then you just need to leave work until you're done with your studies. Okay, guys, that is all when it comes to working part-time in the UK, my experiences and what I know about the whole situation. I hope you found it really, really helpful. If you did, please just like this video. Your like helps me because then it allows YouTube to suggest my videos more often to other people and more people can see this. Also, subscribe to my channel because we are going to be pumping out videos, and you can also suggest to me what kind of videos you want to see, what things you want me to tell you about, and I will do exactly that because I'm here to please. And also hit the notification bell because when you do that, then you'll be notified of when I release videos, because as you can see, when I get some spare time, I release more than just one video. So you'll get a video on Monday like always, and you might get another video any other day of the week. So hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of when I release these videos. Otherwise, for now, I'm just going to leave you to enjoy the rest of your Friday. It's a Friday and we're going to turn it up. We always turn it up on a Friday, right? We need to reward ourselves for the hard work that we put in this week. So guys, enjoy your Friday. Bye. Mwah.